So the question is, if we cannot do like practical Kabbalah, we not have the permission to deal with things like that, Shindalets and Malachim that can do like a strong effect on physical reality. So what can we do when there is like serious problems that people are facing all kinds of issues, negative people, they're doing very, very wrong things and so on. So there is many things that can be said around it, but like the basic perception is that like two negatives doesn't come out positive. Okay, so like when someone is negative and you're trying to do something negative to him, so the result probably won't be positive. Usually the way that when there is something negative and it turns us to be negative towards that negativity, so you have more negativity in the world. That's the way it works simply. So the right approach generally, like hashkafa wise, without like getting into like practical guidance, is that when we do good things and we ask Hashem with the merit of that good things that we're doing, whatever it is, please Hashem, take care of that. And then when Hashem is taking care of that in His way, it's not like something that we did. So then there's no problem with it. It's not like whatever. There is a concept that is called Be'avod Reshaim Rina. When the wicked people are getting destroyed, there is like a song the creation is singing. It's a positive thing. Yeah? And there is a benefit, it's a certain privilege to see the wicked people falling down. Okay? Usually we don't have this privilege. Usually we're not we're not worthy enough to see how those things are turning to be right. But we have to have the faith that somehow, this way or another, Hashem will take care of it. Okay? There is a lady, a friend of my wife, that she's very, very like spiritual sensitive. She can feel like very, very strong things about like situations, different times, many times before something negative is happening, so she can sense that there's something something that is coming, whatever. And the reality is that sensitivity, like many times, turned her to be negative, like emotionally negative within herself. That like it's bad. What's going on? It's very bad. So all the time. So I told her, instead of saying it's bad, every time you want to say it's bad, say Hashem will take care of it. Just like the same urge that you feel within you to say it's bad, instead of defining it as bad, just say Hashem will take care of it. That's it, And that's like, it's a like general approach. Whatever it is, like we are trying to do good. That's what I'm trying always to encourage people to do good. To use whatever the presents that Hashem gave us, to do good things with it. If the presents are physical, if it's emotional, if it's spiritual, whatever it is, to try to take it and to see what good we can do with it. To punish the wicked people, there is angels that's their job. Okay? Doesn't have to come through like human beings, that we will go and whatever, take care of this guy. That's the job of like, there is a certain group of angels that are like basically like mashchitim, that their job is to punish the wicked people. That's the positive side of the negativity. That Hashem He created those negative angels to do negative things to the negative people. And if we are turning to be negative because we want to punish those negative people, so we just turn to that negative side. So like that's not a good idea for anyone. So that's my approach generally. And I'm not saying there's no exceptions, and there is stories about tzaddikim that they did all kinds of different things to stop negative people from doing negative things. I'm not saying that there's no side like that and there's no like place for that, but it has to be a very, 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 very unique case with a very unique person to do that, and to get out of it like without any negativity attached to him. Like generally, almost with no exceptions, when people play with mud, they get dirty. This is the reality. Like, it's very, very hard to play with mud and to keep it clean. It's almost impossible. Like, somewhere there will be some stain, and it's not good afterwards. Like, there is, like, the negative side is attaching to that stain, to that like negativity that got connected to the person. So, as much as we can, we're living in a very crazy world, a very crazy generation. There's so much stuff going on, and a lot of it is negative. So it's very hard to stay away from negativity. It's very difficult, very big challenge. But as much as we can do, like whatever you don't have control of, okay, fine, you don't have control over it. So, when you do as much as you can do, the rest, you trust Hashem, that Hashem will take care of it. And that's what I do generally, is what I'm trying to do in my life. And that's what I can recommend other people to do. Like, we have to focus on the positive things within ourselves, with the world around us. Okay, there is also negative side to the creation, but I don't need to deal with it. It's not my division. I want to stay in the positive side. Whatever, if people are choosing to do negative things, so, okay, there is like, Hashem have all kinds of ways to deal with it. So, as long as a person can be involved without turning himself negative in any way, so maybe there is like a possibility for him to be involved. But the vast majority of the cases, as much as a person gets involved and he stay with negative situation, involved with this negative situation for a while, it turns himself, like certain parts within himself, to be negative. And there is like later results of that in the long run. There's like negative results to this. So the best usually is to ignore the negativity. And even though some people tell me, what do you mean to ignore it? Well, I'm fooling myself as if it doesn't exist. It exists, it's a reality. What can I do? There is like, I'm not saying that to ignore it in a way that it's like you fooling yourself. That's not the point. It's missing the point. What I mean, like to ignore it, it means that like that's not my part to deal with it. My responsibility is to increase my positive within myself, my positive impact to the world around me. That's my responsibility. And the rest, I leave to Hashem to deal with. Bezrat Hashem, I hope it will help some people.